Meanwhile, the community here in the valley is mourning the loss of a young girl and her mother from Fresno. 11-year-old Aaliyah Chavez and 40-year-old Jacqueline Rivera Chavez were killed in a fiery crash over the weekend. One group is keeping their memory alive by making bows. CBS 47's Raquel Cervantes has more on how the group is honoring the victims.
A group of children who knew the young victim of a crash are finding a way to deal with the grief of losing a friend. They're making bows for 11-year-old Aaliyah Chavez. Aaliyah attended an after-school program through Care Fresno, and there was something about her that stood out.
When I saw Aaliyah, I always noticed a big bow, and it stood out to me. She always made sure it was coordinating very well with her outfit.
It was a symbol of her individuality, but also a symbol of her innocence, a young life that was taken too soon. Aaliyah and her mother, 40-year-old Jacqueline Rivera Chavez, were killed in a fiery crash. Police say a suspected drunken driver hit their vehicle, then took off.
It's hard for me to accept it, but I understand that God needed her more than I did.
12-year-old Yasmin was Aaliyah's best friend. The tragic details are hard for anyone to accept, let alone for her young friends.
Really sad because she's too young. She was too young to die.
Aaliyah had been attending the after-school program for the past few years. Michelle Parker, the resource coordinator for the program, interacts with the kids almost every day and says it's difficult not to be impacted.
Really, for me, it's about listening. It's really about listening, and they have questions, and I try to answer them as honestly as possible.
I just wanted to say that I miss her.
Her friends describe Aaliyah as caring and as a young girl who had an immense love for her family. Yasmin says Aaliyah will always be her best friend, and although the details of her death are tragic, that's not what she'll hold on to.
She was perfect in every way, but the thing that mostly lit me up about her was her smile.
Reporting in Fresno, Raquel Cervantes, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Oh, what a touching tribute.
Yes, yeah, tragic story, but a nice tribute, as you say, Lindsay. Yeah.